Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of Syberia 1. I wanted to go over a few things real quick before we proceed further here. If you watched my last video, you would have noticed in the beginning when I gave my Syberia fact, I subtitled and said basically that I had to re-edit or fix the fact. So I did. I had to re-record and splice it into that video because in that video I used the fact from the video before that a second time, mistakenly. Basically gave the same fact twice. So I edited it out in the last video and put in a new one. But the main reason I'm bringing this up is because the reason I had to do that was because the last video, the one prior to this one, I had to record twice. Because what happened when I got done recording it the first time and I was stopping the video, it was telling me it was actually starting recording instead of stopping. And turned out I hadn't even started it, so I had to re-record that whole 30-minute segment again, which was no big deal. But the point I'm making is in any game, and this mainly just applies to if you're recording for YouTube purposes. If you're just playing on your own time, you know, it really doesn't matter. But you can't quick save or quick load in this game, but you can save anytime you want. And when you do, you get the option to make a new save every time, or you can write over previous ones. And when you fill up these 4 blocks, you can scroll to previous ones. I think it's probably just endless on how many it will actually store. But when recording games for YouTube, always make a brand new save. So then you create a trail of saves that you can always reference back to. Because that's what saved me. I had to go back to this previous save here so that I could re-record that whole 30-minute segment again, since it didn't record at all. And the only way I was able to do that was because I could go back. So not just this game, but any game that you can that you're recording for YouTube, always make new saves every time you make a save. And you know, if you play a game where you have 10 save slots, you know, make 10 new saves every time, and then start rewriting the oldest one and make 10 new again, and just overwrite, or just keep a running trail of endless saves. And I'll also say that if you do that, be aware that in your public documents folder, usually wherever the game is storing these save files, when you get through playing the game, you might want to go in there and find those and delete them, or just see how much space they're taking up. Because some games save files take up a lot of space, or they create a ton of them that will end up equaling a lot of space in the end. So be aware of that too. They can clog up your hard drive for sure. But that's basically what happened in the last video. When I did the second recording, it just screwed me up and I ended up repeating the same fact twice. So I didn't re-record and do all that just because I gave the wrong fact. It was because I wasn't recording at all, and that was just a mistake on my part, where I didn't actually start the recording. But it just made me want to bring this up again because I think it'll help new people on YouTube. You know, there could be people that are experienced gamers on recording on YouTube, and they may have just been lucky where they've not had to revert to a previous save for reasons. There's been a couple of other games I've already recorded, and I'm still reasonably new at the YouTube thing here, where I've had to revert to previous saves, or previous quick saves, or auto saves, or whatever. So, get that out of the way. So your actual new fact for the real life Syberia for today's video is, in 1998, teachers, just like school teachers, were paid in vodka. 8,000 teachers were given 15 bottles each, as authorities couldn't pay their wages at the time. So they were paying teachers with bottles of vodka in Syberia back in 1998. It's pretty crazy. Okay. Okay, so now back to the game. So I was thinking about this area too, and this is the first cutscene where you saw all the automatons walking in with basically Anna Wahlberg to bury her here. And when they all went in there, they shut the gate behind them and locked it, because initially we came here and tried to open it and it was locked. So essentially, it's open now because the ceremony that took place has ended. So now it's back open to the public or to the people of the town. So there's something you have to do in the game, or either maybe a dialogue tree that you discuss with another NPC, and that is the scripted thing that triggers this gate to unlock. So we could have come here earlier than we have in this playthrough. I just went another direction and kind of followed where that was leading me. And I stated in the last video that I wasn't sure whether you needed to come here or not, but you do have to come here. So there's no way to avoid coming here anyway. You end up having to do it regardless before you can leave on the train with our automaton Oscar, our friend. So you do have to come here, whether you come here sooner or later. You have to come here. So I don't know what it is that triggers the gate to unlock, but it's one of those things, either just a cutscene or a dialogue tree, but eventually you'll come here and it'll be unlocked. So now we can enter it. We still have these 4 cogs in our inventory, since we have had from the very beginning of the game.
Hello.
Kate, so what's new?
We've got a problem, Mr. Marson.
What problem? Come on, Kate, don't beat around the bush.
There's maybe an heir.
What?
Hans, Anna Wahlberg's brother. Looks like he's still alive. We can't buy the factory without his consent.
What? What is this? Where's this mystery brother come from? And more to the point, where is he? What did the notary say?
Nothing. I mean, nothing else. You know, sir, it's an odd town here. Everything's odd. The people, things. The situation's not straightforward. I have a small bit of research to do.
Listen to me, Kate. Universal Toys is one of our biggest clients, and I don't care how weird that town is. All that matters is that you do not set foot back in New York before you've tied up the deal. Get the picture?
Yes, Mr. Marson. You can count on me. Darn it.
Gosh darn it. And her boss is an asshole. Alright, so we can go off to the left. Obviously, the cemetery. These double doors, and there's a path this way. Let's try the main doors. I would guess they're locked.
No point. It's locked.
There you go. Let's go over here, I guess. Okay. Nothing to pick up, nothing to see. I think you can go... There's another way, maybe the screen moves. With Kate, maybe? Nope. Thought there was more to this little location. Ah, there it is. So this goes nowhere, but over here extends a little further. Okay. Dude with a top hat and a long cape.
I can't go that way.
Obviously. Okay, nothing we can do here just yet. I'm curious. Gonna look it up real quick. Interested to know who did the music for this game. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Syberia wiki. See if it lists. Of course not. Not easily. Seeing if there's anything. Guess I have to search literally on Google. Who did the music for Syberia game? Okay. This is talking about the fourth game. I can't even pronounce the dude's name or the woman's name. It's I-N-O-N, and then the second name is Z-U-R. Einun Zur. That's who did the soundtrack for the fourth game, and apparently it was like Grammy nominated or something. Like 2 LP color vinyl was released for it. That's pretty cool. But I don't believe that's probably not who did the music. I'll have to look it up later. He probably didn't do the music for the original. Let's continue on. I mean, obviously it's like orchestral, so somebody who knew what they were doing did it. So we can go further this way. We can go here. Look, I've got an elevator. Ah, here's where the cogs go. And we do need 6. Well, maybe not. No. Here's the other 6. They're already in place. Okay. So we just have to put these in the right spot. Looks like it can only go in one place, which is very helpful. Pull the lever. Nice. Okay. Mannequin head. Can't go out here. Okay. Got another automaton here. These all have the stamp of the Volberg factory with the automaton. There's some eggs. Can't take them. Can't go out there.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Okay. Oh, okay, there's a slot. Looks like a church organ pipes or something. So we need another card like we did for the thing in the factory that made Oscar's feet. So I have to come back here. So go the only way we can go. tree. This door. Okay. Can't look at the pictures, unfortunately. Can't look at this either. So I wanted to look at what was on the table, or this table, but books and candles or something. Can't read them, can't look at it. Sorry, I keep clicking the thing. I was trying to go over here and couldn't go over there either. Okay, got something on that. A handle.
I need a key.
Okay, there's a keyhole.
I can't open it.
It's locked. Locked. Okay, they're all locked. Turn it.
This thing's jammed.
Okay, we need a key. We have nothing right now. We used our cogs finally. Okay, we'll keep looking. A little altar of some kind. Cross back here. Okay. Ah, would you look at that? That's where the key's at. Can't put it back where it's supposed to go. Just does it for me. Key, nondescript. So go back over here. Use it. Okay. Priest outfit. So we got a red punch card, which is what we probably, yeah, that's for the thing up in the attic that we just were messing with. Okay. So unless the cursor changes, oh, there's another one, there's two of them. Unless the cursor changes, if it just stays like this, then you can't mess with anything in here. Candles, matches. 3 punch cards so far. Can't lift any of this. Incense, maybe. Wow, another one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers. We got 4 punch cards. Red, blue, purple, green. I hope there's not 5 and I just didn't get the 5th one. Because there is 5 drawers. Double checking. There's another compartment back here, which is exactly where that is. Yep. So that gives us one of those Volberg startup keys. Okay, there's a note. To my successor, the Valladolid parish priest, the sanctity of confession is a sacred vow. So these revelations are the result of much soul-searching and reflection. One day in March 1938, Rudolf Volberg knocked at my door. I was a young priest then and was overawed by the dominant personality of the town's most important figure. I remember it was raining that day, and beneath his dripping hair, Monsieur Volberg's face was the very expression of eternal pain itself. Through gritted teeth, his eyes swimming with grief, he announced that his son Hans had just died. He wanted me to come immediately to bless the body. I entered the dark drawing room at the family home. Hans' coffin was set in the middle, sealed shut. Monsieur Volberg explained to me that he wanted no one to see the body of his son. Hans' badly mangled corpse had been discovered at the bottom of a precipice. It was presumed that he had slipped and fallen badly. Despite his 18 years of age, the young Volberg did not have all his faculties. I believed him. I led the funeral and officiated the mass and burial. We buried Hans Volberg with all the dignity and solemnity befitting such a tragedy. Life indeed hangs by a thread, and I would have surely forgotten this episode, only several years later, after her father's death, Anna Volberg had an accident at the factory and nearly died. Such a close call with death seemed to awake in her a need to confess. What I heard that day would haunt my dreams thereafter. She told me that the body of her younger brother Hans was not at rest in the family tomb for the simple reason that he was still alive. I had blessed and sanctified an empty coffin. I had assisted and sanctioned a masquerade staged by Rudolf Volberg himself to exorcise the blind hatred he felt for his son. His son had left and he felt betrayed. A man who preferred to believe and make others believe his son was dead, rather than accept this truth, had shamefully deceived me. What kind of priest was I, and what kind of priest would I become? Our merciful Father alone will be my judge. It is my duty to inform you that one of your flock is still unaccounted for. I leave this terrible secret in your hands to do with what you will. Leon Bernard, the priest. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we still only found Volberg key. We still only found 4 punch cards. I don't remember there being 4. Okay, what's over in this direction? And we'll never know what's in that corner. Thought there was something else you could do in here, but maybe that is it.
No point. It's locked.
Okay, it's locked. So hold on a second. That must lead to another part of this huge building. It doesn't lead back outside. Because there's no door out here except this one. Alright, let's go try these color-coded red, blue, purple, green. I don't know which the colors are referencing. Just try them and see what they do. Okay. Let's try the red one. Okay. Blue one. Okay. What's this? Purple?
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing. I no longer need these punch cards.
Okay. Man, there's still more punch cards to try, though. One more, I think. We could have heard a different song, but I guess they just wanted us to play the bell that was in the first cutscene. That's what it was playing, which opens the crypt. Well, brings the hat down, and then now we'll use the key in the hat to open the crypt, which should be where they put Anna Wahlberg, and where Hans is supposed to be buried. And we can get in there. So the real answer to that just kind of random puzzle of those cards is the purple one, I guess. Unless it's different each time you play, which I kind of doubt. Purple one is what triggered it to open. Go ahead and make us a save. Okay. Just gonna use the key now on the hat. Nice. Okay. Okay, that one says Hans. Here's Anna. These ones are kind of hard to read. Can't actually read them. Gabriel, maybe? This one's that's Rudolph, I think, so that's the father. And the one we can really look at closely is Hans. 2002, yeah. So that's when she died. Hans apparently died in 1938. Got another music cylinder. Valladolid Gazette, Tuesday, March 17th, 1938. Mountain fall kills local figure. The Wahlberg family was struck by tragedy yesterday. Rudolf Wahlberg discovered his lifeless body of his son, Hans, at the bottom of a precipice. Loose rocks and poor visibility occasioned by the morning mist were probably the cause of the young man's fall. This is the theory put forward by the family, as there are no witnesses. Hans had just turned 18 years of age. 8 years ago, he suffered a similar serious accident from which he never fully recovered the full use of his mental faculties. Despite living almost as a recluse, he was still a well-known figure, as the future of Wahlberg manufacturing lay in his hands. We at the Valladolid Gazette wish to extend our deepest sympathy to his family and express our sincere condolences to Rudolf Wahlberg and his daughter Anna, who today becomes the sole inheritor of the automaton factory. Okay. So we got a Valladolid voice cylinder, which can be used in Anna's office in the factory. So we need to go back there and use that. And then we just picked up, got the priest's confession a minute ago. I think this is what we just read. Yep. We got the train release permit that we've already got notarized, which we have to give Oscar, and then Oscar also wants the ticket, we already have. so we're good to leave, but we still need to go utilize this cylinder. Nothing else to do here. You're just going to leave it open? Alright. Okay guys, we're going to stop this video here, and in the next video we'll be heading out of the cemetery church area, and we'll head back to the factory to check out what's on this new cylinder that we just picked up. So I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.